This is Lucy Ndirangu, the current Miss Universe The Gulf, Miss Kamukonji 2023, and I'm here with Keep Fit with Nico. Make sure to follow, subscribe, like, share.
Hey, ni aje machamp, niko hapa. Welcome to Keep Fit with Nico, the #1 online fitness TV show. Na nimetembea, niko Diamond Plaza, Smart Gyms, hii branch ya Diamond Plaza, na niko na champ hapa leo. Anaitwa Lucy Ndirangu, Lucy manze, hawa sendo wala watu wako top saa hii story ya bodybuilding, kategoria women pale, na ananiambia saa hii mambo ya figure, hiyo ndo kategori yake. So Lucy manzi ameshinda competition mingi sana. Ude manzi ameshinda competition mingi both locally na internationally, na ameinspire mademu wengi sana. Na ni demu anapiga kazi amazing sana. So she's a trainer, but atatuambia more about herself. But before tuanze wase, kindly make sure manzi mna subscribe, make sure mna comment, make sure mna share, at least ndio tuweze kusupport content grow, tuendelee kuwaletea amazing stories. So leo acha tusikie story ya Lucy. Hopefully kuna mtu apata inspiration, utaget to learn a thing or two. Na pia wale mademu wenye mnakuwa na challenges, wale mademu mnasema mtaki kutrain, mtaki kuwa muscular, mtakuwa na shoulders, mtakuwa na nini, naangalia udema hapa hivi manzi, namcheki, nitawekea pale tag ya profile yake, muone amepiga mashoot zingine kali, feminine body, anakaa fit sana na ana train hard, so it shows you can do weights, unaweza fanya cardio na ukuwe na mwili fit sana. So Lucy, karibu sana kwa Keep Fit with Nico.
Asante.
So to introduce at least sasa watu wajue Lucy ni nani, alafu sasa utuambie journey yako ya fitness inaanzia wapi, kama ulikuwa active shule, kama ulikuwa active ukiwa mtoto mdogo, at least tupate step by step.
My name is Lucy Ndirangu. Wow. Being in fitness is not exactly like the dream thing that was in the back of the little Lucy. Forget the Lucy that you're seeing now. Little Lucy didn't see fitness as a thing. Forget just little Lucy. The community around that Lucy didn't understand there's fitness anything. Actually, yenye tulikuwa tunajua is running. And it's because we've seen, I think, Kipchoge and whoever that were there. So if it was not running, there was nothing else in sports. But I've been active. Back in primary school, I was a footballer. High school, football and handball. College, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I did IT in college. That's my. Hiyo ndio certificate ya wazazi. Wacha tuseme hiyo ni certificate ya wazazi. But then kama singekuwa hapa, I would be in IT. And which actually have never used for a day. I've never applied my course. Maybe in responding to my email or something.
And is it something you're passionate about?
IT? At the moment? No. Because you see, IT is like fitness. If you're passionate about IT, it's a constant study, just like fitness is constant training.
Very true.
So for someone who, yes, I learned, yes, I had the background of IT, but I haven't practiced for what now? Almost 5 years.
Makes sense.
I look like someone who didn't study IT at all.
So you just have the certificate?
I have the certificate, yes.
You have zero experience?
Zero experience with IT, except the one that I garnered when I was in field attachments.
Nice.
That's the only time I used my course, field attachments.
Nice.
For my bodybuilding journey, it started on 7th January 2019. My first time training, enjoying the training and everything about it. But before that, I had a period I was unwell, and that's why I started running. I used to run. It wasn't running for fun, like I see people run for fun, or people run for competition or whatever. I used to run for health purposes.
Was it an instruction from your doc?
Yes, it was a recommendation. It was something the doctor said, you need to get your eating right, you need to get your health right. Otherwise you'll be in and out of hospital, in and out of hospital. I had a cancer scare.
What?
Yes, it was so scary. I used around my third year in campus, second year, I was like overweight. I was like 85
kg.
Yes, it's hard to imagine. I was like 85. Come the cancer scare, which ran before the diagnosis was cleared. It ran for over a year. I used to be at Kenyatta Hospital after every 3 weeks. Then it moves from 3 weeks to at the end of every month. Then the doctor started giving my appointments at a gap of 2 months. But it was in and out of hospital, in and out of, for over a year.
It was that bad?
It was that bad. And by the time I met this doctor who was like, you know what, you're not sick. You're just living poorly.
You need to start living a fit
You need
life.
to start living. Stop just being. You know, I was just being.
Existing.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's when I was like, you're in campus. You know the campus eating styles.
Of course.
It's chapati and coffee, chapo and coffee.
And
if you get something right, it's chipo or smoky or whatever. That's the most right thing you do in campus. And the scare got my weight drop from 85 of the crazy campus eating to 51. So now I'm emaciated. I'm from overweight to underweight. But still, whether I'm underweight, I need to get my life together. So I have to start running. Running, actually, it's not the diet I worked on first. No. My chapo and coffee, even today, there was a day I said I need to be allergic to chapati. That's the only way I can
even right now.
Even right now,
right
now it's only that bodybuilding cages me into a certain box where I don't have to do chapo every day. But I started running, and I used to be very, like, I never missed a morning run. Whether I had exams, whether I had a client, I used to do dreadlock styling.
Nice.
That was my hustle back in campus, and bracelet making. So if I don't have a client, whether I have a client, a class, an exam, whatever, I would still wake up and run. And I was so consistent about it. I didn't even know someone out there was seeing, was watching. Like, this person runs every day. This person is keen on their running. And you can imagine being underweight plus running. So I'm more underweight. So I'm an extreme underweight. I got body shamed a couple of times.
Of course, I was about to ask.
I got body shamed to a point I changed my dressing style to sweatpants and t-shirts and hoodies. Now it's like a very confusing stage where you are happy you're not going to hospital every now and then, but you're not happy about how you look. And then I ran into, I don't know if it's USN or KBBF that had posted Mikala Barasa's photo. And now I have a body I wish for. But then you have no idea how you get to that body. And I think the universe was on my side, because I eventually found my path into getting into that body. And I think the hardest part of that phase was the body shaming. Because now you come from looking the oldest of your family because you're overweight to looking the oldest of your family because you look malnourished. You look unhealthy. And then again, you know, I got body shamed when I was overweight. Because now I'm the third born. And then when you're like, oh, we thought you're the firstborn, that thing hits different. Trust me.
Of course.
When the firstborn is like 7 years older than you, it hits different when someone says, oh, I thought you're the firstborn. I thought you're the firstborn. Like when we go shopping for clothes, you're picking a trouser size 38 when the firstborn is picking a size 26. It's hard, and then you lose weight, and now you have to shop in kids section.
It's very bad.
It's really, and it's
that
hard.
People think you are older when you are younger. That itself is like an insult. It's
an insult. And then now I got body shamed by one of my classmates back in college. I was like, when you're wearing that dress and heels, and I was feeling myself. Alafu akaniambia, unajua ungekuwa na boobs na matako hiyo dress ingekaa poa.
Unajua demu kumwambia hivyo umemaliza.
Na saizo I'm like nimengara naenda class na I am feeling myself. And then like if you only had boobs and a butt, you'd look better in that dress. And I think that sank in me so much that I flipped my whole dressing. If I was not in jeans and a hoodie, I was in a sweatpants and a hoodie for a very long time. Until now, now coming to graduation and meeting Evelyn.
Yeah.
And after a few sessions, Evelyn told me, your skin is so dry, it screams wheat.
Yeah.
You know, like, I was like, are you a witch?
Yeah.
Do you know I just take bread and tea?
I only do like wheat. Yeah.
Yes. It felt like, how do you know?
Yeah.
Like, your skin is so dry.
Yeah.
And then started advising me, instead of eating bread in the morning, why don't you eat real food?
Yeah.
Eat rice and chicken. Eat your gederi in the morning. Eat your ugali and fish in the morning. Yeah. Like, eat real food.
Yeah.
Flip it. I don't have to put you on a diet, but I want you to switch into easily accessible food, which is chapo and mandas. They're everywhere, and they're cheap.
Yeah.
To eating real food. Whatever leftovers you have from supper, make them breakfast, make them lunch. Yeah. You don't have to be on an extreme expensive diet, but switch up because you look unhealthy. Yeah. And this is the person who is employing you to help people get healthy, and she's already called you unhealthy, but it was from a very positive point of view that it actually made me think, if I can cook one meal in the evening, then I can eat in the evening and carry the meal through the day, like for my breakfast and for my lunch, then it's not even expensive at all.
Very true.
And then I started building my weight gradually. I actually built from 51, from being underweight to 75. Before I standardized my weight to, my weight is always like 65 and 70. Never goes, even like when I'm on stage after water depletion is when I go to like 63. But it's standardized between 65 and 70. But that was from 51 to 75 and then back to a standard space. And now I am here.
So it's safe to say that Evelyn had changed.
Yes, changed how I view fitness. Changed my approach to the idea of being healthy. Because most people associate being skinny with being in the best shape or being healthy.
Very true.
And it's not. You can be 50 kilos and you are way unhealthier than someone who is 75 kilos.
Very true.
That's because I was 51 and my 51 and my 75, 75 was 100 times over healthier than 51. So that thing of associating your weight with how healthy a person is another. I would call it a myth. Normally it's not a myth exactly, but once you get into this industry, you know it's a myth.
You understand?
Because I have met 100 kilos who are way healthier than 50 kilos.
Very true.
In ideally you see them, they're obese, but the things they can do,
they are very fit.
They're very fit. And you meet a 51 kg person who can't even run 100 meters.
Very true.
Kabla mtafutie
hata unapata kona ile visceral fat.
Exactly. Umenonea ndani. Ndio hiyo. Umenonea ndani.
So sasa Lucy, take us through sasa from there. After sasa umepatana na Evelyn, mpaka sasa vile bodybuilding sasa ulianza ku train for stage sasa.
The same year. I got on stage 4 months later.
Yes,
2019. 4 months later, Kamukunji, third edition, I got a silver. Yes, I think I am a wild person. Once I put my energy into something, nothing else matters. So I got into the game. I got into training, and it was like, maybe you should just put you on stage for experience purposes. And I was like, let's do it. Why not? First, that edition of Kamukunji, I placed second.
Your first competition?
My first competition, I got a silver. That same time is when I'm going for Fitness Wars. I got women's champion because my training was more focused on Fitness Wars. The stage was for fun. I got women's champion at Fitness Wars. And then I was like, now I had to decide, what do you want to do? So then I leaned more on bodybuilding, and it's when I leaned more on bodybuilding that I gained weight, because I remember, I think that same year there was the first Iron Fit Classic, the one that happened at Two Rivers. I placed 4th on that Iron Fit.
That was your second competition.
My second competition, end of 2019. And I was now big. I competed at 70 kilos. You can imagine a 70 kilos. And this 70 kilos, it's not muscle.
Which category were you?
Bikini.
Bikini at 70.
And I was in the line with some of my biggest inspiration, like me. No, that time I had that time I had Priscilla. Priscilla was Ibalai, and I had Claire Obora, and others. We are like 8 of us, I think.
Yeah.
But you can imagine, Priscilla competes at 49, 40, 50 kilos against the 70 kilos. So I am big, but I was good because it was my second show, and health-wise I was doing good. And I placed 4th, and then come to 2020 there was COVID, so no game through 2020 it was just training. Come 2021, Kamukunji, I got gold. That's one qualified me for the Romania show. World Championships. I was still a medalist. I was position 6. And then Missouli came in. I was the inaugural champ for bikini. My second gold in 2021. And then there was, what else came in 2022? There was 001. I got a silver.
All through you are all this time you are competing in the bikini.
And all this time I'm bikini. All through Kamukunji, Missouli. Iron. What's the Iron Fit? Yes. The Two Rivers Iron Fit. I did Iron Fit, placed 3rd, and that was like the show that convinced me you're actually meant to be here, because I competed against 2 people who's inspired me the most, Mikala and Priscilla. And Priscilla placed 1st, Mikala 2nd, and I was like, hold on. Mikala was just coaching my posing, and now I'm on stage with her. That was a win. That was just a win. Being on stage with Mikala was a win for me, because these people I have were my idols for the longest. So being on stage with them was like, I made it.
Big up Sana Mikala.
I made
Big
it.
up Priscilla.
These
ladies manze wamekuwa on it for a minute.
Yes.
I
saw 8 years, 10 years. That's the goal.
Since the first time pia mimi nilijua bodybuilding. Mikala and
Priscilla, yes.
So big up sana macham.
So those I did 2021. I did 5 shows, 4 shows. I did Kamukunji, Missouli, 001, Iron Fit, and the NBA World Championships. 5 shows so in that year. That was a prep year, like from January to December. The whole of it was a prep year, and I extended prep into 2022 because I did Kamukunji in March. That was like I have been technically 2+ years on prep. Maybe the longest of season I've been on it is a month or 2 months or 3 weeks. So 2022 did Kamukunji, qualified. It's the one that qualified me for the Miss Universe Abu Dhabi.
Nice.
I did Iron Fit again. I did Mr. East Africa. And then I got the gold for Kamukunji. I got the gold. Actually, Iron Fit I did wellness. I got the gold for wellness, and I went to Miss East Africa.
You also did wellness.
No. I did 2. I crossed category. I did wellness and I did bikini. I crossed category on in that show. And then I got Miss Universe, the Gulf. So I did 4 shows last year.
So you've been to like 2 international shows. 2 or
3 international. Oh, I forgot South Africa.
South Africa.
I did South Africa. I placed 6th in South Africa Arnold Classic. So still 5 shows in 2022.
Nice.
So those have been 2 years where I have not had an off season. Like the longest off season I have had is Kablot this week, get into continue prep next week. That's the most I have had. Or increase your carbohydrates this week or in the next 2 weeks, then get back to the normal prep food for 2 years.
What does that do to your body? Like like, is it something in your shazoea?
There is no getting used to prep. There is no getting used to prep. What it does, what I like about being in season is the focus. Your training is an non-negotiable. Your 5 meals is an non-negotiable. Forget however the small the portions are, is an non-negotiable. Your sleep time is non-negotiable. So there is a certain space that your brain shifts to that nothing else matters.
Everything, like all your
there's like I have had this year, the start of this year, when they moved Kamukunji to, was it May?
Yeah.
Kamukunji was just the other day.
Yeah, in March.
No, it was this year, it was in May. The cuts that I did recently was in May. When they shifted cuts to May, I got lost for a while. I was like, what do? I can't be on prep for 5 months. So the people who were in my circle, that is Muldibo, Rashid, by then me and Evelyn had already, because me and Evelyn stopped working together last year. So I had Muldibo, I had Rashid. Rashid is Muldibo's coach. Those were the 2 people in my prep circle come this year. And Muldibo was like, you have to go for a 2 months of season. And that threw me off, because I was like, I can miss a workout. You know?
At least I can relax.
I can relax. I can miss. I can cheat on food. And I didn't realize how hard how much it hurts the body, recover and everything. But then shifting from that comfortable phase into gear on, like, I have now to do my cardio, not miss a workout, not miss a meal, not cheat on a meal. That transition was the hard phase. So that's what I like about being in season. But there is also a negative side of being in season, where sometimes I don't even see my family, which I avoid gatherings.
And how do you manage this capacity to come at a relationship if you don't have time for let's say, your immediate family?
The time I have been in a relationship, it was with someone in the industry. And the relationship I'm in now is with someone who understands bodybuilding.
Nice. So at least it becomes easier.
So, but trust me, when you are a competitive bodybuilder, trust me, you will be single most of the time. And it's not just, it's single, and your life rotates around 3 places: your house, the gym, your house. Actually, it's 2 places.
The gym and
because the gym is our office. So I would have said house, office, and
so basically it's your house and
the gym. It's actually that is how my life goes. It's usually like this. I leave the house at 4:30. I get back to my house at around 8:30 p.m. And it's usually like Monday to Sunday. So you don't even have time. If you're single, when I was single, you don't even have time to interact or network or meet someone. And even when someone tries to show interest, you're like, you know what, not now. Because someone will be like, can I take you out? And you're like, you see, on Sunday I train legs.
You don't have the time.
On Saturday I have to get to the gym, then pass by City Market to pick my chicken, then meal prep for next. Like, I can give you a list of the things that will make you me not come for COVID.
Like, you're obsessed with this.
It's a positive obsession. It's an obsession. It's an addiction.
Do you think sometimes in a lonely, the bodybuilding journey, I'm a this fitness journey as an athlete, because come on through as an enthusiast, I feel like so many people, they don't understand.
They don't understand you.
So
Trust me,
athlete,
it
you
is.
go to the extreme, and so
it is. And I think that is the cost you have to pay for choosing this lifestyle. I say there is a cost for everything. It's called a cost of admission into something. That is the cost you have to pay to keep the focus. If I can't have drinking buddies, because I don't drink, and if your buddies are drinking buddies and you choose this life and they invite you out once, you say no. The second time you say no, trust me, they won't invite you the third time. So you fall apart. You don't even terminate relationships intentionally. They fall apart. They fall apart to a point of, mbona by the way squeeze siponangi na nani ati hata mimi sijui. Hata mimi sijui. Tuliachanga tu kuongea. You'll find like I would go for months without seeing my sisters, just because I'm in season. Maybe the time I can see them is Saturday. Saturday I train, I meal prep, I have to rest. Because my week every day starts at 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. So I'm sleep deprived, and the only time I get that good shutdown is over the weekend. So they'll be like, can we have lunch? And I'm like, if she's cooking lunch, I'll be giving so many reasons that are not making sense to them. Like, there's a reason I won't take your soda. There's a reason I'm just serving rice and veggies, because the way you've cooked your chicken is not what I'm having right now. It's gonna mess my process. And I'm in the middle of a process that I can't gamble with. So I find I am meeting my mom and she's like, you're not taking tea? you're not taking milk.
Yeah.
So imagine explaining to my mother why I'm not taking milk.
How do they take it so far? Like,
for now they understand. For now actually they call, we want to go out, I'm like, season imeshika.
Yeah.
Oh, sawa sawa,
so
kama season
like,
imeshika.
Yes.
If I say season imeshika, they know this is a don't mess with her season.
Yeah.
If I say I'm open to doing something, it's an excitement. Oh, leo wako, twendeni.
So they support you fully.
Yeah, they support. For now they support. My mom, I would say, I'm coming home, she's like, uko season?
Yeah.
Kama niko season, anajua uko ni mayai, makuku, mamboga.
Nice.
You know, those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So she even asks, even when it's a family gathering, she would say, na uko season?
Yeah.
If I'm in season, you'll find a piece of chicken was cut out to be boiled.
Yeah.
So whenever they are deep frying theirs or adding whatever they are adding, hii part tunachemsha.
Yeah.
She's in season.
Yeah.
So boil this one, the veggies she can do.
Nice.
So it's become, I've now gotten like the realest support anyone would wish for.
Now ukianza Lucy, hii story ya the bikini, the fact that unafaa go on stage, unafaa bikini, vile nimekuambia, so many people, they don't understand.
Yeah.
Now that's one of the reasons as to why I'm doing whatever I'm doing. At least with like creative awareness. So I can only imagine your family. Because me personally, sasa, if I decide to compete, my parents are a bit reserved, unaona. So wanaweza shanga like, like what are you doing?
Yeah, I have had
experience.
In start of my journey, I had blocked my sisters on all social media platforms.
Yeah.
Because walitumia hadi ona huyu ako uchi kwa mtandao. Unafanya nini? You know, and then my dad wanted to. I told my dad, I used to live with my dad. Start of my hustle life, which was my start of my bodybuilding journey. I told my dad I have a competition, and he goes, "What kind of a competition?" But it's a modeling competition, and I don't have a bikini. Okay, I wanted to come, but if you're naked, it's a no-no. But now he would even ask, "Ebuni pictures of competition." You know, no, it's been an evolution from hating it to realizing actually it's an actual sport. It's something people do. It's something people make wealth out of. So it's a profession. It's a profession. It's just like Kipchoge can run, Lucy can prep for a show and be on show. Just like we have a football team, there is a bodybuilding squad. So they've come to, I think it's a learning curve. It's been a good learning curve.
I think nikichukua sana because Lucy, you see, it shows the fact that your family wanaweza support na wanaweza
now as a learn.
It shows basi tukiendelea tu na hii story ya awareness kidogo tu.
Watu
learn bodybuilding kitu ya kwanza Lucy. The fact that unaona hata nakuuliza hizo maswali kwa sababu nataka wajue hiyo prep si rahisi.
Not at all.
Unaona by the time unaona mtu anasimama stage. The time
it's like 12 to 16 grueling weeks.
An year umekuwa in season for
2 years. 2 years. 2 years.
Imagine hizo ni kalenda mbili. In 2 years uko hivyo manze, you don't have time for friends, like umeka everything.
That's why I think I have one friend because she's as crazy as me. Because that's why I said it's when you meet someone who is willing to pay the price that you're paying, it's easy to connect.
Very true.
Because now you have common grounds. This person doesn't drink, this person doesn't party. This person don't have a social circle, just like you don't have a social circle. So you lean on each other. So and then you meet another crazy one who is equally the same. Let me say, like if you look like someone like Evelyn, Evelyn life rotates around the same spaces. Yes, she's networked because she's been in the game for long, but it rotates around the same places like gym, church, home, gym, you know, something like that. You meet someone like Rashid. We walk into the gym on Sunday, Rashid is sitting at the reception. He's already there. You go to that gym on Monday, Rashid is sitting on that same chair. So you sometimes you wonder like, dude, do you sleep here?
Do you have a life?
Do you have a life? And then you realize also his life is his home, gym, his home and gym. So you trust me, your people will always gravitate towards you. If you're crazy, your crazies will find you. If you're wild, your wild will find you.
Very
That's
true.
what I have learned.
You don't have to force it.
You don't have to force. You just have to be authentically yourself. This is my crazy, and you just find around the corner another crazy like you. And then yes, you'll meet the real ones. So I have met my real ones who are like, our life is that. We train, we eat.
I'd like to know from your side, like relationship, you guys are like twins now. Do you feel like
it's funny how people think we are always seeing each other. We actually see each other once a week.
Actually, I thought we were the same team.
No.
I asked Lucy then she told me Lucy had trained a very different team.
We meet once a week, or in recent times we've been trying to add Saturday into our training program. So that makes us meeting twice a week.
In a week.
And it's very brief because we are like, I remember there are Saturdays we walk and everyone is in their headphones. I think because of training together for quite a while, we don't have to talk. Like na point sport and na point lunches. So tunazungukananga tu hivi. Tunakwanga tukijua the workout flows like this. We don't have to talk. You know, you leave the leg press, you add weight. I leave the squat rack, I add weight. I don't have to tell you should do it. No. We know we are adding. Yes. So she's with her headphones, I'm with mine, and then we can catch up during eating time. But during that training session, you can't even say hi to us because no one is even looking at the other. So you're like, there's no talking. There's usually this thing. Sign language. Until the workout is done. And then we can catch up, like we strategize. Like we strategize our year before we start it. Like we will see us say 48 weeks to go. If it's 48 weeks to go, that means that is our the number of weeks we plan on training in that year. Because we normally train for 48, we break for the last 3 weeks. Nice. So we strategize the year before it starts. Kuna hii show na hii show na hii show. So wewe uko off season this period of time, alafu season yako starts here. If you're doing the same show, we are like, we have to be in season together. Like for Kamukonji, she was not in season, but she was very supportive of my in season. She's like, you're breaking off too much. So we work like that.
You accountable, like
yes.
Each other accountable.
Let me tell you, it gets to a point where we don't even like each other. And Yambia, and she'd call in the morning at 4 a.m. Beba posing shoes. That is like, we are not discussing whether you're posing. I have to see you pose. It's not a discussion. You're posing. We'll get to the gym. You know, when you're in season and the other person is off season, they have more energy.
Very true.
We finish our workout and I'll go, me, I can't do that. She's like, tunafanya 20 minutes, amka uende hivi. Because she knows this is the time I have to be harsh. Otherwise, nikimsikiza huyu hata hatutaamka. So it gets, and then she's like, posing video, you need to check in. That check-in is a negotiable. You get someone who is like, that's why I tell you, we get to a point where it's hard to like each other. We are like, we are doing this because we are doing this. I love you, but I don't like you right now.
You need to tough love.
Yes. We are like, we get to that point. Like right now, say if we decide to do Mr. East Africa, that means we are in season together. That's where we don't discuss. We have to have ground rules. No negotiating cardio, because if we negotiate, we are not going to do it. Because both of us are tired. Both of us are hungry. So no mentioning going out. There is no lunch date, whatever. Because if you mention, I will agree to it.
Of course.
So no mentioning. We have to have ground rules, like Saturday workouts start at 6 a.m. So amka hata kama utaki kuamka. Sunday is 8. Nisikunokia ati uko wapi mbona 8 you have to be at the gym. So it have become rules. We have to have some seasons where we are tough on each other. And then we get to a period of where it's December, you do you, let me do me. We've trained 48 weeks, we've done we've achieved the plan. Like normal, I've seen any shows we planned happened, any strategy we laid down happened, and I think it only happened because when I was losing it, she was having it. And when she was losing it, I was having it. So there is that feeling on each other. It's a balancing. It's a balancing thing where I would get confused, and since I'm super depleted, maybe I'm on autopilot. She'll say, "Let me Google this for you," and then I'll give you feedback later. If you all get lost, then we go to Rashid, and Rashid is if you've met Rashid, he's a very calm guy. Rashid can look at you and be like, mbona unaniuliza hiyo kitu? Na si hivyo venye unafaa ufanye hivyo. Very calmly, like, unajua. Or Rashid will be like, let me see. And then when you come on Sunday, I'll give you feedback. Because maybe it's like a food-wise thing. Sometimes you find one muscle is popping better than the other when you pause. So becomes we get lost. We may be two of us, but we get lost, and then that's when we have to seek outside eyes into. So saa ingine niko prep, ako prep, na muangalia na uoga, ananiangalia na uoga ile ya kai. Na nani akikapo hapo kuliko? Na mimi namwangalia tu hivyo, kai na hiyo mguu yako unapoongeza.
So mnaji criticize like
harshly. Harshly, to a point where I get to a point I even start get like I would look forward to a season ending, and then just when the season is about to end, I'm like, I need one more month in this season. So now the anxiety starts coming in, and you're scared, and you don't know who is coming to the show. You wish you could see everyone's physique so that you can calm down, and then you pop like I remember knowing I'm competing against Ibalai. I opened Ibalai's page and she's smoking the physique. And I tell Karen, look at this one. What am I doing wrong? And she goes, you look equally good. And I would go to Rashid, and Rashid would be like, calm down, breathe.
You are good.
You are doing it the way it's supposed to be done. And that's why we sometimes when we can't do it together, we have to outsource him to pour. Because he has like 15 or plus 20 years of experience.
Rashid has been around.
So Rashid will tell you, this is how I want you to take your sweet potato, this is how I want you to train. And I tell people, when you hear someone has a coach, it doesn't mean the coach is on the ground. No. No, so I tell people, I'm being coached like that prep I did. I was being prepped by Muldibo. She's not on the ground. No. This person is giving you pointers.
So become a guidance.
It's pure guidance. When I tell people, like I asked Rashid, it's not like Rashid was on the ground with you. Rashid, maybe he would just look at something, give pointers, then wait for like a period of 2 weeks, check again, give pointers.
So it's like 90% of it.
It's you. This game is you.
It requires self-drive, like less serious.
Like I worked with Evelyn for 4 years. And literally the entire bodybuilding industry believes Lucy was coached by Evelyn. I can count the session. Evelyn was present, and if she was present, she wasn't training me. We were training. You know, there's a difference between being trained and training. And so I tell people, this physique is me grinding every day, listening to what muscle am I hitting, what did I do wrong? Well, you know, and then I remember I was told to add this into the program, so I'm adding. I was told to eliminate this or do sumo squat a certain way, reposition your legs a certain way, try it out. Coaches are not there. They are never on the ground with you. They just come in for like a few minutes of like, you look good, you're doing things right, but I want you to adjust this and this. And if you don't listen, a lot of things will pass you by.
Of course, so in Amanisha, like it's all on you. Like
it's on you.
The coach,
90, let me tell you, 90, literally 99% of you being on stage is you. That 1% where someone maybe just even compliments your physique and it motivates you. Sometimes they don't even have to give a pointer. They just have to tell you, whatever you're doing is right, keep going. And that becomes a whole new surge of energy. You're motivated to keep going. Sometimes it's like, you're doing good, but they would like you to do this and this. It's usually a very small bit of changes or pointers that come in. But not like you have someone on the ground. We never have someone on the ground. And when you have that someone on the ground, you are killing each other in the workout. So you are not having them on the ground. You are having each other on the ground. You are training together, which is very different from being coached. I've been coached, and I can tell you, being coached and training with someone are two different things. Are two different things. You know, we get to the gym with Moldibo. Rashid walks in with his coffee. Na kitu atasema, hiyo squat peleka chini. Na hiyo lunches muongeze weight, na hiyo leg press unaenda haraka sana, control. And he walks out, and that changes the way you approach the workout the next time or the next set. It just flips how you approach the workout. Like right now, we do a sumo squat and he says 1 inch to the ground. So even when he's not there, because there are some Sundays we go to Empire and he's not there, there is that voice 1 inch to the ground. Iko kwa kichwa. He doesn't have to be there for you to use his training style. You just have to have his voice in your head for you to work out. It's the leg press ufanyangi hivi.
pole
achilia alafu pembeleza hiyo and that pembeleza hiyo weight will haunt you in all sessions.
Ya kwa kichwa like unapata every time you're doing the leg press
there is that voice control.
Kama unaenda fast inaanza
ukijipata ni kama hii weight haikufinyi unaamka tu wewe mwenyewe unaongezea tu weight. That's how coaches come into our lives. They are not with us but they come in very important ways.
Kingine Lucy pia anaweza kujua. Bado niuliza mwingine. You see for ladies nataka kuuliza the same thing. Story ya friendship inakuwa tricky sana. That the fact that sasa ile mna train unajua prep way interfere pia na hormones na nini. Like unapata manze you are not yourself, either uko moody ama kitu kama hiyo. So the fact that unaniambia mko na hiyo tough love, mnapushiana, hakuna kubembelezana because clearly you want the best for her, she wants the best for you, but unajua ukipata urafiki ya watu wawili hivyo kuna in most cases sasa that's why naambia hili ni different. Kuna mtu mmoja huwa haelewi like anaona either like manze Lucy you are too harsh on me manze like unafaa ku understand sasa hii labda siko fit ama kitu kama hiyo. How have you guys managed kuwa na hiyo tough love na sasa hivi bado unaniambia figure si pia mlipo atacheza kategoria
figure
yani hakuna hiyo wivu you guys are
what happens is I had someone text me I want to be your friend and that's one weird I didn't niliuliza how do people operate. Do you just wake up and say Nico is my friend? No, it doesn't work like that.
Very true.
You see, just like relationships and love and everything else, it's something that grows and it is so natural that we don't even pay conscious thought that I had to do this to be her friend or she had to do something to be my friend. We met backstage at a show and we were not talking. Alikuwa na team yake and I had my team. But there was one annoying security, those security personnel backstage. And we ganged together. And actually, the security was telling us, if you're not you're not next on stage, you need to leave the tent. Tukamuliza, where do you want us to go in costume? Do you want us to sit outside with the spectators in our stage costumes? So we ganged up and we fought the security until he actually left the tent. And that's how we started talking. Just that, and then she won the gold, I won the gold. And then Rashid was there. I had done a motivational talk on at Empire. So I used a bit of, I know Rashid from the talk. And then Karen knows Rashid because Rashid is the coach. So in the process of, she did a talk with us and you told, how about we have a leg day? So we decided, okay, Sunday we are doing. And Rashid was training us and he made us do legs and back immediately after. I've never hated a person.
You did legs
and back the same session. I even told Karen, this guy is mean. This guy is mean. And then
like a punishment.
It was there was the excitement of we might never have a session again. So let's make the most out of today. So the most was like suicide. It was like suicide. Yes, it was like suicide. You don't come from walking lunches to pull-ups and to sumo squats and to pull it out. It was insane. But then he was like trying to make the most of a session because we didn't know we'll ever do another session again. And then I invited them to the gym. We used to work with Evelyn at Advance. So we had a session, me, Rashid, Evelyn, Walter. And then me and Karen were like, oh, we can be doing these Sunday sessions. And Rashid was like, Lucy, I give you a free pass at Empire on Sundays because Karen already had the free pass. So I get a free pass and we make it a thing. And it's just been an evolution where you don't fear. We can't explain that she has to do something.
It's something natural,
to be my friend, or I have to do something. But there's, of course, I tell people, you relate with people who are within your interest.
Very true.
So the interest, that time we were in different categories, but there was that commonality of interest. Like the values that she stood for. Like she respects her workout, she's disciplined, she respects her food, she listens to a coach. On the other hand, I am working with Evelyn, I respect, there was that shared values.
Like you have so much in common.
There was shared values. And that is what we bonded most on. And then there is no letting each other down. And even if there is letting each other down, like I'll tell her I'm traveling, there is that thing of understanding. Life happens. You might need to be away on a leg day. You might not be feeling well. So, but which is not common. So it's never an issue when it happens. Since something becomes an issue when it's over and over and over and over again. So it's never been an issue. But we understand that things happen.
Ah, nice, Lucy. So kingine sasa nataka uemphasize hiyo vile nilianza nikisema so many women because pia mimi nimetrainwa kidogo na ladies wanakuwa na the same problem. Mimi sitaki kuwa masculine. For me I don't want broad shoulders. Sitaki a big chest. Sitaki kufanya weight. Na pia wewe na umekuwa around for some time, hiyo time umekuwa kwa gym. Umeona so many ladies tunapata watu wanaconcentrate sana na aerobics. Tunapata watu wanaogopa weight. Hii ni kwenye naweza taka uemphasize because you see wewe sasa wewe ni pro. Unaona, you are among the best side of your game kwa bodybuilding. Like wakisema bodybuilding women, utasikia jina Lucy na kama. So I feel ikitoka from you inaweza encourage madem wengi sana huko hivyo. So ladies, naweza taka muangalie page ya Lucy, naweza taka muende pale kwa Instagram. Muangalie hizo shoot, muangalie hizo photo. Uniambie kama kuna any photo, as you can see hapa hivi, kama kuna any photo unaona kuna broad shoulders ama sio kuna big chest ama miguu squeeze na kaa hiyo design. Unajua watu wanaona kama ukitrain hizo legs zitaka hiyo design ya kina Rashid bana.
No way, biologically you can never look like, biologically men and women are different. So regardless, I will move 200 kilos and he will move 200 kilos and we will do the same thing. But the results will be totally different. I will actually have let me replace this way. Take me for example. You tell me you look like a man. And take an average man. And an average man, I mean someone who is not training. I look better than that man. Because we are so wired. I think we've been around bodybuilders. Sometimes you expect all men to have that trained physique. But I want you to take a normal man. A normal man who doesn't step to the gym, who works in an office, is softer than a woman, physique-wise. Softer than a woman. So when someone says softness is for women, I have seen mushy men. Sorry to use the word mushy, but I see mushy men all over. Why would someone who is mushy tell you you look like a man? Would you want to look like that? Unapata mtu akona kitambi anakwambia utatrain utakaa mwanaume, utakaa yeye kweli? No. Let me say, if Rashid was to tell me don't train you look like me, I might get scared because I don't want to look like Rashid. But the people who are telling you to not train you look like men, don't look like men themselves.
They are very soft.
They're soft, they're weak. You will find a man who can't move 20 kilos. Why would such a person put the fear of looking like a man in you? That's why I say, and then again, biologically, nonetheless, we are not made to look, it doesn't matter how much weight you lift or whatever you move or how long you train, you will never look like a man. Actually, instead, it brings out the feminine structure better.
Very true.
Like for instance, I at the start I said I was body shamed. I was told if you had this and that, you'd look better. That is something I've corrected with training.
Very true.
But then when I was getting that comment, I didn't know it's something you can correct. You can have someone say, my bum is too small. Trust me, it needs you consistency into your weight training, and you'll grow your glutes.
Very true.
So what I say, weight training, the idea of bodybuilding, you don't have to compete. The idea of bodybuilding is to bring out that feminine, that femininity in you, structure-wise, better. Not to divert you into looking like a man. You will never look like a man, ever.
So I feel Manzuki clarify. So let me see, ladies, mwache kuwa unawoga. Testosterone levels, unless some injection.
Unless sasa udunge hormones za wanaume, they will change. And you see, actually that is more hazardous than weight training and eating right. Because they say there is the hormone change. Of course, when we are on extreme prep, because we get into extreme eating habits and extreme training and stuff, and sometimes it messes our hormones, which is what I call the price of admission into the sport. But if you want to look like a man and you still want to look like an actual man, there are hormones. You can get hormones into your system. They will help you break your voice. They'll help you get a sharp jaw, a sharper jaw. Exactly. And now that will now mess your hormones up. Because now that is like you shutting down the female hormones and taking the Y hormones. It doesn't work like that. But naturally, the way we do it, the way we train, the way we eat, you will never look like a man. You actually look way better and feel so much better.
Very true, very true. So it's safe, ladies. Make sure you train weights. The secret is about weights. Angalia all the ladies when you want to do weights, when you want to train. Mtaona manze, wewe kama unataka glutes, if you want thighs, unataka kwa hivyo tone, weights your secret. So Lucy,
and it comes with a confidence. It comes with a sense of confidence where you're so comfortable. Like you know, I'll go shopping clothes and I don't have to keep fitting. I'm like, if it fits the dummy, it fits me.
Of course.
Trust me, that comes with a sense of confidence.
Confidence, self-esteem.
Yes, and as your self-esteem goes up, where you know, I don't need him to drag my suitcase.
I
will do it.
I can do it.
And actually, let me tell you, the best part of it is when you're training and you're carrying a weight, and then a dude wants to attempt your weight and can't move that weight. Then that feels nice. That feels nice. You're like, oh, ulikuwa unanidharau juu mimi ni dem. Unaona mimi ni dem. Jaribu sasa.
Jaribu hiyo weight isikie.
That feels absolutely so good.
Nice. So Lucy, sasa kitu kingine yenye naweza taka tuwe tukimalizia historia ya diet. When unafanya siku achana prep like it's crazy. Ukiambia watu prep hata watu wataanza kuogopa. Kawaida sasa leo kutoka umeniambia unamkanga for 30.
I wake up at 3:30.
Every single day?
Yes, Monday to Friday.
3:30? Every single day, without fail?
I'm actually awake before my alarm, so I'm awake like 3:15. Then I wait for the alarm to go off, then I know it's 3:30.
So ukiamka hiyo 3:30, unaamka hiyo juu, what time are you supposed to be?
I wake up at 3:30. I'm so grumpy in the morning, so I'm doing things so slow, so I leave the house at 4:30. I allow myself an hour.
At least you're 1 hour.
Yenye haina pressure.
Because ukiamka 4:30 utachelewa.
Nikiamka 4:30 natoka kwa home 4:30. Because I have to be here at 4:50.
Nice.
So by the time my clients are getting here at 5, I'm already settled in like a coach's mindset.
So sasa ukiamka Lucy.
Nikiamka 3:30, I take half a liter of water, warm water, and half a liter of coffee.
Every day?
Every day, no fail. Fasting, warm water, spread my bed, coffee, half a liter. I pack another half a liter of coffee to drink
when I'm coffee addict.
It's to drink when I'm in the morning before the brain notices you're supposed to be alert. So the first session I'll do sipping my coffee. That is between me waking up to like the time I have breakfast. I have like 2 liters of fluid down. In form of coffee and water.
So and of course it's sugarless coffee.
It's sugarless. It's black coffee, no sugar. And then at 8 I have my breakfast, which shifts. Can be oats, it can be sweet potato, it can be rice. With eggs. I don't do veggies in the morning. I just do protein and carbs for my breakfast. And then I
eggs ni ngapi?
Kuna watu wataona ni kama tuna waste mayai bana.
Kwanza madem, mimi niliambia msee ati nakula like hata ni budget. Mimi jaribu kula at least 10 eggs. Either nikule 5. Yaani kama tu sina pesa ndio.
In a day I have 9 eggs. In one day.
Nasikia madem.
In one day I have 9 eggs. My breakfast has 4. And then my
whole eggs.
No, 2 whole.
Nice.
2 whole, 2 whites. My 10 o'clock has 2 egg whites. And an apple. So that's my second meal. That's after now I do sessions, I break with breakfast. I do some more sessions, I train some more people. I break with my 10. After I do my 2 egg whites and an apple. And maybe if I still have coffee, I will take a coffee. Or my pre-workout follows there. I'll train. After training, I will eat. It doesn't matter whether my training ends at 11 or at 12. Wherever it ends, that's where my lunch comes in. I have to have a post-training meal, which is usually chicken. It can be chicken, rice and veggies. It can be sweet potato, rice and veggies. But it is a balance. It's a carbs, proteins, veggies. Maybe I have an orange. If I don't have, if there's no orange recommended in my plan, then water. And then my protein. Normally it's my protein shake that comes with my food. And then I am supposed to be having another meal. It's supposed to be at 4. Which is
so we have a few minutes.
Yes, we have a few minutes. I have a 4. That's now my 4th meal of the day, which doesn't have carbs. It's just chicken or whichever protein. Something. There was a time, if I'm not off season, I can do pork. I can do beef. I don't eat fish, not because I can't eat, because I hate fish.
Nice.
I can do pork, but it's still protein in vegetables. And then I have my last meal of the day, which is supposed to be at 6 p.m. But since at 6 p.m. I'm on the floor with my clients, I usually push it to until I finish training, working. It's like 7 p.m. I have my meal with me, so it's not like I'm leaving to go eat home. Because if I decide to go home, then I'll be late by 1 hour to eat my food, and I don't want to be late by that long. So I eat my food, then I go home, which is usually maybe eggs and veggies or chicken and veggies, but normally eggs. That's where my other 3 eggs come in.
Nice,
the last meal of the day, and my vegetables. But that is on a normal day.
And your supplementation,
I have, normally I don't take pre-workout unless I'm told. I take intra-workout, which is BCA. That's what I take like during my training session. And then I take my post-workout, which is protein, whey protein. Yeah, sometimes I have whey protein with glutamine. Sometimes I don't have glutamine, I just have whey protein. In the morning when I wake up, I take my multivitamins.
Nice.
And before I sleep, I take omega.
The wellness supplements.
Yes, I take omega. If it's season and it's intense and recovery is low, then I do ZMA
Nice.
to help with muscle recovery.
Nice.
So my supplements differ depending on the season I'm in. When I'm in season, I have to boost my recovery because the deficit food-wise is too high. So I have to like bring multivitamins. I have to bring glutamine in. I have to bring collagen. In collagen, anyone can take. It's a joint recovery supplement. I have to bring ZMA in. When I'm in off season, it's usually like 2 supplements. It's usually BCA and whey protein. And of course now I usually don't count multivitamins and omega as bodybuilding supplements. Those are wellness supplements. Anyone can take them. So the bodybuilding wise supplement, the sports supplement that I take is BCA, aminos, and whey. So like right now I am taking creatine because I'm planning on getting in season. I have a show coming up in October. So
Mr. and Miss East Africa.
Actually I have 2 shows coming up in October.
Before the same month?
Yes. 2 weeks apart.
Do you mind telling us about the other show? Or it's something you share later?
It's okay, I don't mind telling. It's Natural Universe. It's happening in Bucharest, Romania. It's 2 weeks from the LD show. That's why the LD is like, should I do it or will it mess my peak of the other show? So
you are not yet decided.
Because it's when the gap is too small, picking for both shows becomes tough. Because you already did water cutting for this one, and 2 weeks you have. So if you take water, they can mess the physique, and you don't have enough time to condition for the other one. So it's a gamble game, but then at that point,
shows are big.
Yes, but at that time I don't think for myself. I let other people think for me because I can mess everything up.
Very true.
So that's why I will pick wisdom from Rashid, I'll pick wisdom from Karen. It's like, think for me. Tell me if I have to eat biscuits or pizza or whatever to make sure this physique doesn't drop. So it's up to them. So that's where the coaches isn't up an athlete's work. The last days are important to have another eye see you because we never see ourselves the way we are.
Very true.
Nikwambia unaingianga backstage unasikia kurudi home.
Unaangalia watu.
Unaingianga registration, msichana anaingia unaona quad na pop kwa sweatpants. Alafu ana register kategoria yenye huko.
Unasikia maji. Kila mtu anajishuku like
kila mtu
unajua hiyo ni kitu inakwanga kwa kila mtu.
Alafu you know like turning spaces are open. You find you're being turned in one space. Like if it's the women turning space, you're all out there like butt naked.
Alafu unajua the funny thing wewe unamuogopa yeye anakuogopa.
Asidhani akili yako haikwangi ikikwambia na kuogopa. Inakwanga hiyo ni delt. Hiyo ni quad. You are thinking, oh, I have a small waistline. Unafika pale mtu ako veins everywhere, miguu curves.
Mtu ako lean ile serious.
Na mko category moja.
Sasa hivyo sasa ndo competitors wako unawafanya
So that's why I tell people, that's why we need the outside eye to tell you, by the way, breathe. Like Rashid would come backstage and he would be like, Lucy, mbona una shake? Like I would reach shaking like this. My sister has to keep telling me, breathe in, breathe out. So she becomes my therapist. Breathe in,
you are the defending champion.
Yes, and then Rashid comes in and anakuambia mbona unatetemeka? Uko sawa. By the way, uko sawa. Relax. Package yako iko fiti na ukitetemeka utaweza kupresent. Breathe in. Go do your thing.
And it helps sana.
And it helps because that's when you need. And you know when my sister says it, I'm like, you don't know what the judges want. But when like Eve would come in and say that, or Rashid comes in and says that, or Muldibo will tell me, breathe in, we are good.
Relax.
It is different from when my sister who's never trained tells me the same thing. So because I know this one can judge the people around me. He can tell, anaangalia naona uwe tumenini, you stand a chance. So you'll be like, breathe in so that you can be able to present. So that's where the game changes. Because the game changes that last minute. Unaweza shtuka utrip kwa stage juu ya kutetemeka. Sisi tuone tunacheka hapo. Tunakwanga tumeshika maji juu ya uoga. Tunakwanga every time,
every competition.
Yes,
you can't get used to your stage.
Actually, kwanza it's harder when you're doing local shows where you know your fans, like people sitting out there, you can identify.
Then there's so much expectation, like
so yes, you can, and you can, someone can boo you and you're like, hata huyo ananichukia.
Na wewe unafeel wase wakiitana like Lucy, like wase wakisema ama unakwanga kwa ile kwa
your time. What the trick I've learned is have someone who can bring your smile out, be in front row or in front of the judges, spotted somewhere.
Then
just someone. So when your eyes meet, you don't, the smile actually comes out naturally. You're not doing a plastic smile for the judges. So like Eve would stand behind the judges. When I was working with her, she would stand behind the judges. So the judges think I'm so confident I'm looking at them. I'm actually not seeing them. I'm looking at her. And when I look at her and she'd be doing this and I would smile naturally. Like my previous show, I had to have Karen sit in front of the judges. So when she's in front of the judges think you're so confident you're staring at them. But you have someone distracting you. Kuna mtu alishout kwa background, Lucy ukishinda hiyo show uende retire. You know, that thing can get into you.
Can get into you.
Yes.
Mind games.
Yes, it's mind games.
Hiyo time ya mwisho.
Na mtu ako hapa nyuma ya stage. So unamsikia vizuri. Lucy ukishinda hiyo game uende retire.
Ni kama comedian mwenye ako pale mbele ana crack joke. Then ukiangalia wase wanakuangalia.
Another person will have DM'd you like all the best and then they would boo you or they would say your other competitors named you like. So you have to have your eyes on someone. Unlike international shows, no one knows you. The judges don't know you. The spectators don't know you. Haina pressure. Even people, like your solo walk, no one knows you, so no one is cheering. So there's that comfort of no one knows you. So I've felt more comfortable on that international stage and more confident than I feel on a local stage. My sister is there. My other sister is there. My clients are there. So you're living up to so many people's expectation. And like when you're out there and nobody knows you. The judges are seeing a new face. There are at least other opponents, your fellow competitors don't know you. Spectators, photographers don't know you. Like
so it's not like they're focusing on you.
No one is focusing. Actually usually now, it's easy even to focus on the judges because they are curious. This is a new face. Let's see how she does. And then they'll be like, oh, it's Kenya. We have a Kenyan. Let's see what Kenya can bring. So the attention is even like, now you know the judges are not just like looking at you and, you know, swiping you to the next part. They're like focused, oh, we have a new face. Because judges remember faces. So when you're debuting on an international stage, they get curious. It's like, we've never seen this one and she looks good. So there's that. Off stage, you meet a judge and they're like, you look good. You look good, work on this. Like, I remember Mr. Universe, I went backstage and the judge followed me and you're like, your physique is perfect for the category. If you push your delts out, you're good to go. Because this judge is curious. Where did you come from, Kenya? Kenya is in Africa.
You mean Africa can bring such a package?
Exactly. So they are surprised. You're like, okay, the game is growing. That's a nice thing. So that's the beauty of being somewhere you're not known. It's easier.
Nice. These are some of the things in Lucy.
It's easier.
I feel like what you. That's why in Akwambia, the more people understand these people, the more they appreciate. What's going on at Lucy Pale, and a smile, or confident. Then we shoot. Niko kitu yangu nishajiambia. Ule ni Buldipo, ule ni Lucy, ule ni nani. These people are sort of favorites. So mimi naona hawa say like ni kama wako confident. Like,
alafu mtu anaambia umeshinda mara kadhaa, mbona bado unatetemeka?
Ama kwa nini hakuni leo pressure? Kwa nini usiachie wase wengine wa
hiyo tumeambiwa hadi na wanaume na shangaa. As a dude, why are you telling me to leave the show? Do you want to do a female category? Because you know it might sound a bit normal coming from a lady. But Jama wa open bodybuilding will walk up to me like, Lucy, acha show wachia mtu mwingine. I'm like, do you want to step in and do bikini?
And it's a competition, manze. How do you tell someone?
And I think there is beauty in having the toughest competition on stage. Like the win, you feel the win. And even if you don't win or you come number 2, 3, or whichever position you go, you're like, I was up against someone. I was up against one of the people I never thought I would be on stage. Like I said, my first time being on stage with Mikala, I won just being on stage with her. Because I was up against the best. Then coming to taking that bikini title and being like, Lucy is Miss Bikini. There's that feeling of, it's a worth it win. Because I beat the people who have been looking up to. I beat the best. So it's different when I step down or whoever is ahead of me steps down and I win because someone stepped down. And like, she won because Nani was not around. The win is not. I tell people, the person who will dethrone Rashid will have done the job.
Very true.
And that win is that win that you feel like this is the win of the legacy. This is the win of the history. Because this is an undisputed champion. And like when someone says, ulishinda juu Rashida akuwa, ama ulishinda juu Muldibo akuwa, it's different. Unafeel ni kama ulipewa. Watu wanaona ni kama ulipewa hiyo win. It came in easy. And no win comes in easy.
Very true, very true.
So that's why never tell someone step down. By the way we grow, we ourselves grow to a point of feeling, I don't belong to that stage anymore. And again, that's the mistake we are making here. For instance, I've met people saying, Cats is for upcoming. What they didn't realize, Cats has both open and upcoming. Chris has managed to create the initiative where he accommodates first-timers and more polished athletes. And in that view, in my view, I look at as one of the biggest stages we have in Kenya. Because we don't have so many. That's the only qualifier.
Very true.
For an international stage we have.
Very true.
So I don't understand why someone would say a qualifier is for upcoming.
Is something small.
Atiwewe atia amateurs stage. I'm an amateur in myself. And
hiyo ndo stage yenye inaweza
kupeleka hiyo stage yenye nataka. Someone will tell you, look at what happened with Iron Fit. Walisema aje, hiyo show ni ndogo. Trophies zilienda TZ zote za wanaume. Zote zilienda TZ. That mindset of mi singisho ndogo, mi singisho ndogo. We are here and we are being dominated by TZ athletes.
Very true.
It's bad. It's bad. Even TZ athletes claimed Kamukunji. All men categories from amateur to open. They claimed, which is wrong because we are just so relaxed with our pride and ego of that's not a stage for me, I need a bigger stage. We are just letting where we could have become better at go.
Very true.
Because sasa naambianga mtu until you find yourself for an international show, you will never tell someone, leave the stage and go international. I have funded myself for an international show. Yeah. And you fund yourself knowing you're not going to earn cash. You're just chasing a pro title. Yeah. So you invest your almost $500,000 in a show for a medal and a title. Yeah. And someone has the audacity of kukwambia wewe enda international sasa.
I dream and say what it takes.
Me, I said, the next person who tells me, leave local stage, go international, you better be paying my ticket and my hotel. Then I will go.
Nasa hiyo umetrain, umekula.
Umefund prep. You're supposed to book a hotel, you're supposed to pay flights. Registration and international show is not the 2,000 you're used to. You pay registration up to 50K.
Na kama watu wanashindwa tu kuprepare local
show. Prepare local show. Why would you arrogantly or ignorantly tell someone we're in the international? You don't know the. I tell people, you see, people see someone like Evelyn do international show. What they've never asked her is, what does it take to be on that stage? She uses millions of money for one thing, the name. There's respect that comes with winning, to grow the brand. And that is not a cost you push someone to do. It's something someone will have to want to do. And you have to be ready. You might tell me, Sasa, where at local shows? And every time I think, maybe I want to do 3 shows this year. And every show I have to allocate $500,000. You're not coming in any way.
They don't consider
not even you're not even telling me I will be buying your chicken breast or your supplement. You're just telling me you leave the stage. Amanita garamia. So next time someone tries to open the mouth and say, you go out there. You better be ready to put input into it, because it's not easy.
And you come back with a medal, now we exhaust labda finances.
Trust me, you win. Nobody notices. Maybe the only person who notices you won is Karoradul. Karoradul will post you. I shouted to Karoradul for that. Because Karoradul, I remember after, actually not so many people knew I was at Mr. Universe. And immediately I posted, Karoradul reposted. And you'd see the comments that followed. They are annoying. And that's why I said, by the way, you're doing a good job of creating awareness about the sport. Because the sport has been so sexualized. Like when we stand there or when we go on that stage, we are not selling nudity. It's a muscle show. Muscles are the clothes that we are wearing.
Very true.
Just like beauty pigeons are with gowns and whatever they have. As we have muscle. And I don't see how would you look. You see some people look like sculptures. How do you look someone who looks like they've been sculptured out of a stone and you call that nudity? And the worst part, it's more felt on the women's side than on the men's side.
Of course.
And I don't know whether it's easier to sexualize women than it is to sexualize men. Because someone will compete. What is this people are doing naked? I am not naked, by the way. I am not. And if you're looking at me from the eye of this guy is naked in front of thousands of people, then you have a problem.
You are the problem.
You are the problem.
Very true.
You are sexualizing. You need to understand what is going on before you make ignorant, insulting comments. Because that's what have been happening. I mean, there was a time to Lizusha na Priscilla show ya Misuli. Obina was an MC. And he said, and we knew he was saying this from a joke point of view. Mafisi, mabinti wanaingia kwa stage. That was from a very joking point of view. Team Mafisi, we bring you the ladies.
But it's
and it came out so sexually, because now it's like you don't want them to see us as
so like,
you want them to see us as naked amusements.
The
focus have shifted. Team Mafisi won't see athletes walk on stage. They will see naked women walk on stage. Now to Lizusha, he had to apologize for that one comment. Because we want to see bikini category is coming. Don't say
these are athletes.
These are athletes. These are people not showcasing nudity or whatever. Or these are a whole different game. And the worst part is those kind of comments even come from women.
Very true.
If they're coming from men, sometimes you'll be like, it's men.
It's okay. Yeah.
But when they even come from fellow women, they're even worse.
Yeah.
Because now, if you as a woman sees me like that, what are men seeing?
I think, Lucy, it's a problem. But
yeah, that's a problem.
I know very soon to
that's something that needs to be
very soon
to be outgrown.
Because hata ukiangalia previously hatukuwa na hizi shows watu wanaenda nje sana, but ukiangalia so far unaniambia you've done 3 shows. Yeah, I know mtu kama pia Nikala
amefanya kadhaa.
Yeah, so many people kinaoyata, so many people wamefanya hizo shows za nje. And I feel the fact that unaona pia watu wakienda hizo shows za nje na watu wanarudi locally like wasawa na post. Of course kuna hizo criticism kidogo, but I feel with time too, when people get to understand the sport, because pia naangalianga pia post zako, you see people like wanashangaa kama udema amekuwa nje na anasemekana ameshinda dini ya nje, then sasa watu wanaanza kupay attention hiki kitu ameshinda nini. Unaona picha ikikampanza mtu alikuwa amevaa bikini, but then anaona uko na mzungu hapo kando, uko na muhindi hapo kando, yetu wanasema wewe ndio champ, unaona. So they start to follow up wajue hii ni competition gani, na mpaka ilifanya huyu dema akatoka Kenya akaenda nje kucompete. So I feel ni kitu yenye tuna outgrow, and hopefully manze wase hapo nje manze
hapo we have trade deals
whatever manze wase wanafanya, na pia athletes wenyewe Lucy in our own small way, but I understand people wameniambia sometimes unapata kwa hiyo zone wewe unataka tu kutrain una focus but hopefully manze with time tutaendelea tukimprove na wase wata appreciate sport more. So Lucy manze tukimalizia, thanks for your time. By the way guys, msisahau manze, you are watching Keep Fit with Nico, na make sure mna subscribe, make sure mna comment, make sure mna share, niendelee kuwaletea hizi stories. I'm sure story kama hii ita inspire so many people. Pia mimi kuna zile insights nimepata, kuna vitu sikuwa najua, so na imagine kama mimi niko kwa industry Lucy and yet sijui. Unaweza imagine mtu mwenye ndio anaanza kwa industry ama anashangaa like hawa si wanaongea hii interview na si wanasema hivi ni historia nini. So I feel kama tukiendelea kufanya hizi vitu I'm sure tutasaidia watu wengi. So guys, kindly support content. Comment pia mniambie mnaweza taka tufanye interview na nani. So hopefully mmesikia story ya Lucy na najua itakuwa imetusaidia. So Lucy, tukimalizia labda unaweza tupatia details kidogo tu za training yako mnakwanga, alafu tupatie your social media handles. On a week sasa, in a week's time una training mara ngapi, na labda roughly tu kidogo training yako inapakaje?
Sometimes I train Monday to Sunday.
7 days?
Yes, because there are days I don't train because I'm training for bodybuilding. There's a days I train for basic sanity. Like training regulates my appetite, my sleep. So basic sanity. But on like the program that I am on now has 5 days of training. Izo zingine that is me adding because I need to. It's part of me. It's just like brushing teeth is part of everyone's morning routine. So me, even if it's cardio or whatever, it's a part of me to be active for a few minutes, even if it's 41 hour, then I can call it a day. So I never have like, there are days where I have several muscle groups in a day. Like Monday is leg day. It's purely legs. Tuesday I have back and triceps. Wednesday I have isolated legs. It's purely quads. Thursday, like today is Thursday. I have chest split with glutes.
Nice.
And then like tomorrow Friday I have shoulders split with biceps. And then Saturday we add our own shenanigans, is where we do killer leg days, killer back days. That is our own shenanigans. Sometimes we'll be like, today is just treadmill and home, or stairmaster and home, or because those are designated as rest days. The weekend is designated as rest days.
5 days.
But the 5 days, yes, and our program, the reason it's like that, because you find, like for instance in my category, my weakest points are shoulders and glutes. So I will even have 3 glute days in a week. And you never hear me say, oh, I am doing biceps and triceps. So this one you just have to like, it's like a pinch. Unanyunyizia bicep hapa, unanyunyizia triceps kwa hiyo muscle group ingine hivyo hivyo. Chest glutes unanyunyizia chest 3 like that. But because us athletes are not the inakwanga push pull and legs. We never work with the push pull and legs. We work with weak points.
Una train, yani program inakuwa
ina design na weak na. Hakuna specific program ya kila mtu. Because we don't do push, pull and legs. We do, your back is good. So what you're doing right now is maintain your back. So you can't give back 3 days. Your glutes are your weak point. Your glutes and calves are your weak points and hamstrings. So they need focus. So they are only split in between by other things. Like Monday, legs, split with Tuesday, Wednesday, another leg, split. Friday falls another couple of leg workouts. So that's why, most people will be like, how many times do you train legs? How many times should I train? But there is no specific. If you are training for fun, you can do the push, pull, and legs, and cardio maybe. If you're an athlete, there is no specific program for an athlete. There is always a program for you. So it's you and your coach to see. This is your category. This is bikini. What you need for bikini is blah blah blah.
Nice.
So then, we've identified what the judges are looking for in bikini. We've identified the muscles of most important. It's not like there are muscles that are not important, but of most importance.
According to this category.
According to that category. You can have them. We can identify the muscles of most importance, but you find one part you're already strong in it. Like I have a strong back. But I have weaker. My shoulder game is weak. I can have the good front of the quads. But then when you turn into a back post, your hamstrings are shaped. So you
need to work more.
So when someone identifies that, then trust you, your program will be rotating around hamstring, glutes, calves, shoulders, hamstring, glutes. So you'll only be breaking those things with your strong parts. Like back once a week is okay. Quads once or twice a week is okay. Abs tunachapanga last days of prep.
Not so much.
If you're doing resistance training, you're always engaging your abs. Exactly. So, but the last weeks of prep, like a month to show, now you try to put abs at the end of every training session.
I'm sure
ab game yangu hata haipatangi compliments, inakujanga na uko na abs juu una mtoto. That is the one thing I've had most of the time. That is the one statement I can't come.
But I think you from a point of
negativity.
That is
I think the only person who told me you have good abs and is Evelyn, like your abs are perfect.
That is something in
Moldibo has told me you have literally the best abs in the country.
Very true.
For women.
It's true.
Evo, but then you see like abs tunazieka hapo mwisho. Hiyo 1 month ni ya kuzifanya zikuwe defined.
And you see for abs for ladies, by the time when mtu akona hiyo definition ya abs hivyo,
it's not easy.
It's not easy. Hata wale pro athletes like
tunakunywanga maji glass 3 zinapotea. I compete on Saturday. On Sunday I don't have my abs.
You don't have abs.
I just took 1 tub of yogurt and I don't have abs. Now they're so disloyal. Abs are disloyal.
Very true.
You cheat 1 week on food. Utakuwa ukipenda. Mnajua nakuanga na abs ni venye nimekula vibaya hivi. I've had people tell me my abs are photoshopped in photos. Why are you photoshopping your abs? I'm like, this is how I look. Someone told me, stop photoshopping your stomach and breathe out. I'm like, I'm not even breathing in. I'm just standing. So it attracts a lot of
course, but
weird reactions, by the way.
Some things you just get used to.
They pass by the way. And the reason why it doesn't bother me is because some of like the pro athletes I look up to, who are like, this is the body I want, are mothers. So there is one who has crazy abs who is a mother of 3. And I'd be like, if she's a mother of 3 and she looks like this, that means it's not impossible.
If you can understand the biology, what does being a mother have to do with abs?
With nothing. I think most excuses are just someone who is not willing to put in the work.
Any serious athlete, how does your comment from any serious?
Never.
It's always from the people. When they are lazy, they are not doing anything.
And people, even as athletes, you don't realize how useless abs are when you get to that stage. They're like the one muscle that has the least points. At Utambiwa, you ranked because you had abs. You walk in, all athletes have abs.
By the abs, by then, actually mimi huangalia kwa stage, hata mimi ushanga like unasemanga judges wako na kazi mingi because everyone anakaa poa.
So unaonanga mtu akikwambia but wewe ulikuwa na abs nani hazicount. Kwanza in like bikini abs mark you down.
That's why kila mtu before in the stage, kila mtu akipose individually, kila mtu akipose zake, kila mtu ako fit.
Ako fiti.
Ukipatana stage sasa,
una realize by the way ulikuwa unatishia watu na lean abs.
Wewe ni champ wa home, but
ni champ wa home.
Ni noma.
Ni noma sana.
Mzee.
They are like they make a very small difference in how you rank. They're very small.
Manze Lucy imekuwa amazing sana. Thank you so much for your time. Manze na appreciate sana. Nili reach out to Lucy. Nimemtoa kwa program yake kidogo tufanye interview. Manze hizo few minutes.
I was supposed to be sleeping.
Of course. So hizo few minutes manze na appreciate sana Lucy manze. Na nashukuru sana. So kumbukeni nimewambia niko Diamond Plaza Parklands, Smart Gyms. This is one of their branches. Niliwaambia wako na branch Southfield Mall. Kuna pingine iko pale Junction na kuna ingine iko the Hub Karen. So Smart Gyms wanapiga kazi safi sana. Yaani hawa sasa wako na resources poa sana manze. Na charges zao they are very friendly. I think ndio among zile gyms zenye charges zao ziko chini but in terms of equipment wise yani wako na everything. So wenyewe wase mnaweza come through na Lucy labda unaweza tuambia hapa wewe ni trainer like uko in house una deal na gym ama uko na ama mtu akichukua client anaweza reach out directly to you?
I am not an in-house trainer. I'm a personal trainer.
Nice.
So what I am to Smart Gyms is like a partnership.
Nice.
It's where there's something I do for the gym on specific days. In return, I can train my clients here.
Nice.
So I'm a personal trainer here. So if you're looking for personal training and you're within Parklands, you can find me here. If you're not within Parklands and you still want personal training from wherever you are, I offer virtual training.
Nice.
Even internationally, like you're not in Kenya, you're somewhere worldwide. Yes, I have international clients, so you can just reach out. My Instagram is Lucy Nfit. That hasn't changed since I started running. I called myself fit before I was fit.
Nice.
So it's called manifest, and it's becoming to reality. So I'm Lucy Nfit. I don't have a Facebook, so you can't find me on Facebook.
On TikTok?
I'm on TikTok still with the Instagram name, but I've been contemplating on deleting my TikTok.
Why?
Because I forget I'm supposed to be useful. I'll be on TikTok for hours and then I'll be like, sijapika. So if you don't find me on TikTok, just know the app is kind of, I feel like it's an app that is distraction at the moment.
Very true.
So if you don't find me on TikTok, just know I deleted my TikTok. But Instagram, I'm on. I'm not going anywhere. Instagram, I have to. It's one of the requirements of being an ambassador of USN because I have to market their product. It's also like I have had people follow my journey for the 4.5 years I've been in the industry. So I've been called a role model. I've been called inspiration. So every time I'm like, maybe my Instagram will change just one person's storyline.
Very true.
So that's why and I think I'm too old school to do other social media apps, so just Instagram.
You're doing an amazing job, man. They keep inspiring people, especially the ladies. So many ladies look up to you. So I'm sure watu wanafuata jani yako. So endelea kupatia hiyo content, endelea kupatia hiyo motivation, man. They keep doing you. I'm sure mnaenda mbali sana. Wewe na besti yako pale Multivo, you guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
So Lucy amesema bado haja confirm, but mimi naona kama wewe uko kwa hiyo category ya figure October 7, October 7, mark this date. October 7 kuna show moja kubwa sana manze, Hawa sewa Rupas wanapiga kazi safi sana. Mr. and Mrs. Africa bodybuilding brand nawaambianga in the next few years, very few years, it's going to blow up na pia fitness in general it blow up. So make sure kama wewe ni athlete na unaweza taka kuenroll, wananiambia charges za kuregister ni 2K, na kutakuwa na amazing charges sasa washatoa list ya watu wa open bodybuilding, na namba 1 wanapata 300K, namba 2 speed 200K, kuna 100K, wana reward mpaka namba 6. Hii ni something yenye hajakuwa happen before, so it shows you like the sport is growing. So kama uko hapo nje, you are an aspiring bodybuilder, unataka kuingia bikini, unataka kuingia figure, unataka kuingia wellness, mnaweza fuata jani ya watu kama kina Lucy. Unasikia it's possible. Lucy amekuwa kitrain kutoka 2019 and angalia hizo miaka 4 manze. Hii ni kitu yenye wasee previously hawangefikiria Lucy kitu kama inaweza kupeleka nje. Yeah. So unaona manze ni sport ina grow, industry ina grow. So you guys manze make sure mna follow content. Kama uko na swali yote kwa Lucy, you can reach out to her. She's a very nice lady manze, same cool. Yeah. MDM tu pale mwambie so and so nilikuwa nataka kuinkaya 1 2 3. Na vile mmesikia kama pia unatafuta personal training charges, reach out to her manze. She's an accomplished trainer. Yeah. The fact that unaona kitrain na gym kama Smart Gym, of course inakuonyesha she knows what she's doing. So kama unahitaji meal plan, you need a workout program, wewe pia ni athlete unataka guidance kidogo, reach out to her na atakusaidia. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time guys manze. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure manze mna subscribe, make sure mna comment, make sure mna share na mniambie next mnaweza taka tu post nani, and I'll try my level best to reach out, na akikubali lazima nitawaletea show. Yeah. So until next time, pamoja. Cheers.